All right, Cubs fam, it's Monday morning. You know what Monday morning means. It's time for some rogue actions. Today we are talking about where the crap is CG. We've been waiting for big news. No big news yet. It's got to be this week. And also, I have got a breakdown of one of the most exciting things to happen in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in a hot minute, and you guys might have missed it. Go ahead and punch it, Chewie. There's the man himself, Heinzie in the flesh. How you doing, Heinzie?
Good morning, Cubs. Good morning, Cubs fam.
You're decorated.
Yeah,
You're looking festive.
I am festive. It is Australia Day down here today.
Australia Day.
It's a big day. Big day. Basically, it means the whole country take the day off work. That's about it. No, I'm kidding. We've got it all going on down here at the moment. It's really big thing. We spend a lot of time with family.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun, and we've actually been invaded by our little friend here, Jack.
He's very
Jack's
cute.
dropped into the studio just to come and hang out with us today. He's just wondering what all the fuss is about, Cubs. But life's pretty good down here. So happy Australia Day to all my friends from Australia and not from Australia. We're gonna have a good day today.
Well, we all love Australia, especially in this game. Lots of great Australians in our community. So happy Australia Day to all of you guys. Now, here we go. There's our meme of the week.
You know what it is with this, Cubs? Like, from where I'm at, I see this going on. It's the mittens. It's all about the mittens. It really is.
I've seen so many Bernie Sanders memes, and what I think is funny. Politics are a sensitive subject in the United States. I think everywhere, but especially in the U.S. Everybody loves this meme. It doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on. Everybody, we can all shake hands and agree that Bernie Sanders and his mittens was pretty funny.
For anyone old enough, there was a really good one I saw as well, which the movie Ghost, obviously with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. So they're doing the pottery scene, and all of a sudden these mittens come in from the side. Doing the ghost step, and you see the mask come over the back. It is.
I saw one where he was doing the Gangnam style. Gangnam style. Oh man, it's good stuff. So all right, let's get into this now. I try not to get too negative, but where the hell is CG, Heinzie? We are 25 days into January. All we've had is one character this year. We were doing so much at the end of 2020. I was feeling so optimistic, and I'm just feeling very, very alone out here right now with nothing announced.
Yeah, we're in a holding pattern. We're in a holding pattern, certainly. We've gotten the armorer, obviously, already. That was already probably predetermined before they went away on vacay. I think they just hadn't dropped it yet.
Well, they'd already in their last State of the Galaxy shown her.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe they just put all their time and energy into what they did at the end of the year, and they came in January 20th back to work and haven't had done anything yet. I don't know, but you got to think we're getting a State of the Galaxy post this week, right? They told us it would be January, right?
Yes, that's right. That is exactly correct. They did tell us we were going to get that. We've seen, obviously, thanks to some awesome people who do some incredible work in the data mining fraternity. Yeah. We have seen things like Conquest and things just teased and some other bits and pieces. So I think we're certainly due for a little bit of juicy information for the game we all know and love this week. I'd be pretty disappointed if we don't. It's been a pretty quiet month.
Yeah, very, very quiet. So hopefully pretty soon getting some big news drops from CG. I think this next State of the Galaxy, if they make a good splash with this here, which I'm assuming will be this week, I might be keen on forgetting the fact that January has been pretty boring if there's enough in there. I'm really hoping that they give us a new game mode detail in this. I want to see that galactic conquest that we did see in the data mines. I want to see that officially announced. I want to see some details. I want to have something big to look forward to other than just, hey, we got some Mandalorian season 2 characters coming. Like, we all know that's coming eventually. I want something big to look forward to right now. Are you feeling the same way?
Totally agree. Could not agree more. They've done everything they did in December. We're now ready. We talked about this, if you remember, back in December. We talked about wanting to hit the ground running in 2021, getting on the front foot, getting active, getting us back engaged, getting us to the point where we really want to get excited about what's happening this year. We're at that point now. Characters, we're going to continue to get characters. We're going to continue to get packs. We're going to continue to get all that stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need something ready to sink our teeth into. The Challenge Rancor, the new one, I'm getting reports that people are clearing it with up to 10 and 12 members already quite quickly. So I think it's at the point now where it's time to focus on something big. I think we're due for something big. It's been years since we've got a new raid, for instance. We all know that, and we've talked about that, of course, as well in the past. So I'm not going to hash back over that again.
Yep.
But yeah, we need something to really go, okay, our game's in good hands. We think that's the case. We've seen a lot of positive stuff last year. But we're at the point now where we've got to go, right, let's hit the ground running and let's get into it and let's get excited about what's coming up.
It's okay to have high expectations of a $1.2 billion game, right?
Well, again, the figures are staggering when you look at it. It really is. In comparison to all the other mobile games, it's just incredible. It really is how much
I
this
saw
generates.
an article, 98% of the revenue of all Star Wars mobile games is Galaxy of Heroes. Now, right now, there's not hardly any mobile games, and so it might be a skewed stat, but still, that's, this is where all the money for Star Wars mobile space is going. You mentioned the pit raid, and I didn't make an actual topic for this, but I do just want to make a quick tangent here because it came up that the pit raid needs addressing too, or I hope that CG at a minimum learns from this pit raid for whenever they bring in a brand new raid, that forcing guilds into attacking at specific times does not work and is detrimental to guild camaraderie. Because right now the challenge of the pit raid, I saw a post on Reddit, a really great post that said the pit raid is tearing guilds apart, and it's not because it's difficult. It's because the way that the game mode works, it says, hey, for all 4 phases, we need to pick one time where we all just post all the damage. And that is just the quality of life. There's a reason why they have a day and a half for territory battles phases, so that people can have time to get in there. My participation personally would be so much higher in the pit raid if I could just go in when I go in my game and do some damage, but the times that I log into the game are never the times that we're posting. And if they are, I'm it's just maybe once a blue moon I'll be able to do it, but not for all 4 phases for sure. And so I think we need to learn from this and potentially address the pit raid, or at least learn from it and get it right the next time. Make the challenge not this, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, guild coordination's a big thing in any raid. We totally understand that. That's a given. But when it comes to not everyone living in the same time zone, being able to do it, that ramping damage, especially that last 20% of the Rancor in phases 2, 3, and 4,
it's dumb.
the damage output is disgusting. It's like 7 hits before you even get one. Your team's wiped out, and you're burning really meta teams to try and achieve it. The issue is when you get people that don't follow commands properly, and that's the thing. You do get instances where someone goes in and they trigger that, in a lot of cases by mistake. It's not even on purpose. Sometimes it happens on purpose, but the majority of the time it happens accidentally. And again, you've got to be sympathetic to that, but that harms your chances in completing it enormously.
Yeah. And it's not even about time zones. It's just about everyone has different schedules, Our whole guild could be in the same time zone, Heinze, and it would still be a struggle for people to all get in at the same time. We need to have a challenge that respects our schedules. There's a difference between guild coordination and trying to get 50 people from different walks of life, different areas of the world to hit at one very specific time. There's a big difference between those two things. Guilds should be encouraged to coordinate, but there needs to be a respective schedule. I mean, back when the heroic tank raid was a big thing, I mean, I remember when we really divided that thing out, it was like phase 1, this is the 6-hour window. And so you had at least 6 hours, or I think sometimes it was like a 12-hour window where we're doing phase 1. And it took us almost that whole time to get it in when the heroic tank raid first came out. I think it was similar with the Sith raid. And so, you've got a window of time where you can go in and you can get your hits in. You can have some fun with the raid.
Could not agree more. Again, I think we're speaking the same language here, Cubs. I really do. There's nothing to argue or discuss.
We're both
the
speaking
ramping
English,
damage
Heinze.
is the issue with it. It really is.
We're both
The
speaking English.
Sorry?
I said we're both speaking English. We are speaking the same language. Did you think we were speaking?
It's hard to get good help, guys. Honestly. Come on.
Let's move on. We got to talk about Urza versus Xerath. Now, this is something that happened this weekend. If you guys don't pay attention, if you're not aware of these two creators facing off in Grand Arena, we had, I think, one of the coolest things that ever happened in this game. And I just want to call this out and talk about what I think this should mean for Galaxy of Heroes. I really hope CG watched this matchup and took notes on how to community build in more exciting ways, because so many people were there watching these two face each other back and forth, back and forth. It was a tight match. It came down to the last battle, and a lot of people would have both streams. I know I had both streams pulled up. I was watching both sides of the attacks. It was super intense. Both communities were there. It was just such a great thing for this game, and I think we're going to talk about it a little bit more in your video about maybe how to specifically bring this to fruition. But Heinzie, I just want to call out, how good was this for Galaxy of Heroes?
It was epic. And you know what? They didn't even have to do anything. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It just fell into place. Look, full respect for Xerath and Urz going head to head. It's fantastic. It's, you know, as well as I do, Cubs, we're in the position where we perform our GAC battles in front of a large number of people, some more than others, but you get the point. The point is that you're there, and it can be quite daunting sometimes, let alone when you're going head to head against someone live who's smack talking, going, you know, it's just the battle head to head and trying to get the result. It's absolutely incredible. So again, Xerath, congratulations, well done on your victory. Urz, obviously, I have a huge amount of respect for. Anyway, he was my first ever interview on YouTube. So you know, I have a huge amount of affinity for our boy Urz as well. He's been incredible. So guys, we need to do more of this somehow. And I've got a plan. I do have a plan on how we could do this. I really do. I think it could be incredible. I've actually done a smaller scale version of this, Cubs, believe it or not. I've actually matched up against a community member before, and we did the same thing. We had both accounts going head to head at the same time. Awesome. The dynamic is really fantastic. It's so much fun. We threw a Zeta bet on it. I didn't lose this one for a change. So that was pretty cool. But it really adds that extra excitement and extra interaction that type of game mode can bring, but we just don't get enough of it. So yeah, please take notes and let's do more of this if we can. It's incredible. Yeah,
there's so much you could do with kind of the esports potential for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it doesn't even have to be content creators. I mean, oh my gosh, what if you took the best players in the game with the highest GAC scores, or the top whales in the game, and how many people in this community would be interested in seeing those guys face off in a tournament that was live streamed by the EA Star Wars account on YouTube?
Yeah.
And there's no way they don't even have to fly people out for that. That's something that could easily be done virtually. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to do that. And so I think this was a good example of the community loves to spectate this kind of thing. And seeing a Grand Arena on one side is fun, but seeing a Grand Arena on both sides is riveting, especially when you've got such a tight competition. So we got a lot to talk about. We're going to continue this specific conversation on Heinzie's channel. You got I believe, a tournament suggestion here. I haven't heard it yet. I'm anxious to hear it, and we can iterate on that over on your channel. So be sure, guys, to come on over. Check us out on Heinzie's channel. Heinzie, before we jump out of here, anything you want to yell at the camera?
Happy Australia Day!
Hey,
that is the most
Happy Australia
Australian
Day!
I get. Happy Australia Day! Bunch of legends.